Hi, this is Sarah with Posh Pooch Designs, and today I'm going to show you how to make this fun headband. It's called the Ladder Headband, and that free pattern is on my blog, and I'll put that link in the comments. Now, today we're going to be using 2 strands of yarn. This pattern calls for a worsted weight 4 of 2 strands. This one is the Amazing yarn, and for today's demonstration, we're going to be using the Red Heart. It's called Red Heart Unforgettable. It's called Candied, and I really love the way that yarn works up. And what you'll need is you'll need your eye hook. You'll need, of course, some worsted weight yarn, and we're going to be using 2 strands, as you can see here. And then you'll need a couple of fun buttons for your headband. A needle to sew your buttons on. All right, are you ready to get started? Let me move the screen down so you can see my hands. This pattern begins with a double crochet foundation, and so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do the double crochet foundation, and we need to do a foundation of 50 double crochets. So to begin, you're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over, and then go in the 4th chain from the hook and pull up a loop. You should have 3 loops. Yarn over and go through just that first loop. Yarn over, go through the second 2, yarn over, and go through the last 2. And basically you've made your chain and your double crochet in one. And I like to use this because it makes a nice stretchy band. So for the next stitch, we're going to go in that chain we made on the previous row. Pull a loop. Then we're going to yarn over, go through the first 2, yarn over, go through the second 2. And today I'm going to show you 10 stitches. Yarn over, go through the first loop, yarn over, go through the second 2, yarn over, go through the second 2. And you can see our foundation, double crochet foundation beginning to look like that. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches. I'm going to do 10 to show you all the rows of this headband. I'm not going to be making the entire headband, just showing you the rows. Oops, went through 2, just go through 1, 2, and 2. One thing about using 2 strands of yarn, what I do, as you can see on here, I use 1 strand from the inside and 1 strand from the outside. You can roll it into 2 balls if you want to. I just think that that works a lot better. Or if you're using 2 different colors, you can use 2 skeins or balls of yarn. All right, let's see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do 1 more. Now the pattern calls for 50 stitches of foundation double crochet, and you can adjust that by 2 double crochets per inch that you want to add or subtract, and the pattern will fit a 18 to 20 inch head, and so you'll want to adjust that if you need to. That's a standard youth or adult size. Okay, you would have 50. I just have 10 to demonstrate. Then you're going to chain 3, 2, 3, and then we're going to put 1 double crochet in each stitch across. So you will have another row of 50 double crochets. Isn't this yarn? It's just fabulous and beautiful, the way the colors pull. When you use a variegated that has long striping, you just get such beautiful, beautiful colors together. I have got a little bit of a frog in my throat today. Hopefully it will pass. Earlier when I was trying to make a video, I got the hiccups. So it's just one of those days. Now we're going to chain 3. So your first 2 rows will just be double crochet, as you can see, except you'll have 50 instead of 10, like I show you. Row 2, you're going to put 1 double crochet or row 3, I'm sorry, in the next double crochet. Then you're going to chain 1, and you're going to skip this next double crochet, and then you're going to double crochet in the next. And you'll do that all the way across. skip 1, double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next. And the way I keep from losing one of my strands is I just try to hold it as I go. Then we're going to put 2 double crochets in the end of the row. And those are your sort of foundations for your edges. Alright, now we're going to chain 3 again for row 4. So we've got 2 rows of double crochet in a row with chain 1, skip 1. Double crochet in the next double crochet because your chain 3 counts as a double crochet. And then we're going to go through that chain 1 space and double crochet. Then double crochet in the next stitch. Then we're going to double crochet in that next chain 1 space, and you'll do that all the way across your row until you reach the end, and then you'll place 2 double crochets in those last 2 double crochets. And of course that last one is a chain 3. There it is, I missed it. Then chain 3. And then, of course, 1 double crochet in each chain across. Alrighty. See, so double crocheting, or crocheting in general, using 2 strands really is no different than using 1 strand. You just make sure you hold them together. And a lot of yarn that you get is double or triple stranded. I do a lot of triple and 4 strands when I'm doing rugs. Alright, so we did 1 crochet, double crochet in each stitch across. And you'll have 50 stitches on all your rows. This one, of course, only has the 10 because it's our demonstration. And then you're going to turn your work onto the side and only chain 1. And you'll put 2 single crochets at the end of each row. And this is where we are going to put our band that we're going to put our buttons on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Chain 1. Okay, now let me grab my other one that I've got made over here. You can see my headband has the 5 rows, 2 double crochets. Here's my row with all the skip stitches and double crochets, then 2 more double crochets. Then on the end of my row here, I have single crocheted 6 rows. All right, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you're going to take your headband and you're going to bring it across like this because we're going to slip stitch it closed. And what you'll do is you'll go in those 10 stitches that we just made, and you'll go to the other side and you'll slip stitch across. And by doing it this way, it gives us a little bit of a ridge, so it looks like it's overlapped, but it's not. That way you don't really have to button it closed. The buttons are just decorative, which is kind of fun. Now another thing is when you're slip stitching your end closed, make sure you make your slip stitches kind of loose so that you have a little bit of stretch to it so it doesn't come out too tight. Oops. I missed my stitch there. There we go. And the last one is my chain 3 there. All right. We've slip stitched it closed, and I'm just going to tie this right here, and I'll weave that in later using that beginning yarn we had when we started, and I'll weave those in later. And turn this over, tuck those in so you can't see them. You can see it has this ridge right here, this indentation, and it gives it the appearance that it's been overlapped, and that's why I kind of like that. Okay, now I've chosen to sew on 3 buttons just like this instead of the 2. So I'm going to whip those on real quick. Just put them on, sew up through. One thing to remember is these are for decoration, so you don't have to put a bunch of stitches to hold them. And then when I finish that one, I just grab the next button, put that in place. And then the last button, I think the less amount of weave in and tie offs that you have to do, the better. Alright, and then I'll weave those in the back after a bit. Just keep it from falling off. And there you have it. 3 buttons on your headband. See how pretty that looks? Isn't that gorgeous? Let's move the screen up, and I'll put it on the doll head so you can see how pretty that looks. Guess I'll try that again. My head keeps falling over. Okay. All right, let me tuck in those strings because we haven't weaved in our strings yet. There we go. All righty. There's our headband using the candied colorway of the red heart. It's unforgettable. Isn't that neat? Cute. Get my string stuck in it. Isn't that pretty? I like using the 3 buttons on this one because it's got so much of the pastel colors. Well, thanks for watching our video, and I hope that answered your questions about using 2 strands of yarn and the foundation double crochet. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.